episode 4 of the 2022 PA Kubb Championship. We are down to the final 4, baby. The NCAA's got nothing on us. Final 4 semifinal action today. I'm Drew Gander. With me, Sven Heikes. Sven, how you doing?
Doing great, Drew. You know, we got 6 of 8 Keystone Kubb players left. I'm excited. We're guaranteed another PA championship. This is fantastic.
Yeah, healthy on the Keystones the rest of the way out. But you know, that's who ended up here. That's what we're going with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have who do we have? We got the Defectors with a C today, and we have the Squirrel Staches.
We got a lot of Kubb Staches and former Kubb Staches on the field today.
Yeah, it's a lot of they just add stashes to everything.
A lot of stashes and a squirrel.
That's right. That's right. So it's going to be best 2 out of 3. Here is the championship bracket as it looks today. We're going to have that Squirrel Stache Defector 1-5 matchup. Defectors pulled off the upset in round 1. Kind of, 5-4, whatever, close enough. Yeah, but Squirrel Staches dominated in their quarterfinal match, and they are undefeated. 1 tie today. I assume they played Das Kubb. Is that how they ended up with a tie? Because I don't really know.
Yeah, probably. I mean, everyone tied them.
Yep.
That's a skill.
I
don't even know why they're looking at this. That's not even close.
No, it's not. So Sven, I told you in I don't know, one of the episodes that we had picked up another subscriber from the first round to the first 3 rounds to the next 3 rounds. We took that $10,000 and it reinvested it into the operation here. And
nice.
Our satellite department, I'm looking at them right now. They've got the garbage can lid and some chicken wire. It looks like they're trying to set up the satellite. I think we might be in for a treat.
Sweet. I love it. I love it when the satellite department gets funded.
Yeah.
It's about time. We need more
It doesn't happen
subscribers.
very often.
No. No, that's like big budget stuff. Normally we just pull in people that are here already, but to go on the satellite, that's hardcore. So gotta love it.
And the garbage can lid. That is, I mean,
Is it just like a random satellite? Like we don't know who they're gonna call. It's just like, hey, we got somebody.
Yeah, there's somebody here. All right.
Nice 8 there. Nice start by Jake.
Yeah, Jake starts out strong. Is Jesse? Oh, I thought Jesse was setting it up again over there. So
he was putting down his beer.
Yeah, that's some hardcore cheating right there.
So I mean, before we get to, I guess we can. Is satellite ready, or are we gonna?
Well, hold on. Let me dial the knob. Let me dial the knobs.
8.
Hello.
Hello?
Madison, Wisconsin. Are you there?
Yes. Is this an SOS?
Yeah, SOS. Save our episode. Lars Arneson from Madison, Wisconsin, out of Stoughton Kubb. Lars, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, guys. How are you guys doing?
We're doing fantastic.
Absolutely
fantastic.
It is an honor to be here. I've seen, I think, every single episode, all 41 of them out there right now.
Oh, wow. You're the
he
only
even knows
one.
how many there are.
Yeah, so it's
You're the
one.
Subscribers.
I am the one.
He's the one.
So then, Lars, I guess the first question is, being on the broadcast today, does this fill all of your dreams or just most of them?
I mean, I've had some decent Kubb accomplishments, but I think this just tops it. Being on the broadcast, I mean, it's an out-of-body experience watching this live episode with you guys.
Yeah, it's spectacular, and frankly, I mean, I can't blame you. I think most people in the Kubb, this would be the height of their career. So,
if everyone that came on was so nice to us, we'd probably have more repeat guests.
I was gonna say your guest exit ratio is very high.
Yes.
So flattered.
So Lars, we've got actually neither one of us had made a pick yet, but it's tied up. Well, it was tied up. Sven, who you got?
Of the battle of the stashes, I'm liking the ones that actually practice. So I'm taking Squirrel Staches on this. Defectors are kind of they show up, they play well. but they haven't done much since the 2018 East Coast Championship that they've won. So
Yeah.
I'm taking Squirrel Staches.
Yeah, I got Squirrel Staches all day. They're undefeated, top seed. They throw 8 meters like I don't know, like I throw 2 meters. So,
You
you
throw
know,
2 meters from advantage lines, I guess.
yeah, I'm pretty solid from the advantage line.
Well, especially Drew, I'm gonna have to draw back to episode 1 when you were well over the line.
Oh, that was embarrassing. Yeah, embarrassing. And the commentator, whoever it was, I have no idea who the commentator was, called me out for it too. As well, they should have.
Yeah. Was it Stu?
I don't know who
Stu
that
hates
was.
It sounded like Stu, but it could have been a relative.
Stu. Yeah, Stu. Have you guys met Stu before?
I have.
You have? Has he hit you up to co-sign on a loan for him yet?
No, he only does that with family.
Oh, I don't know. Seems like he does it with everybody.
Stu knows I drove here in a Volvo. I mean,
that's true. That's true.
Come on.
So Lars, we've got Kyle Weekland, Jake Leavitt, and then Jesse and Kevin. Have you played with any of these guys or met any of these guys before?
Yep, we ran into the Squirrel Staches 2 years ago, Nationals on Sunday morning, and I think they took us best 2 out of 3. And Kubb Staches have eliminated us from Nationals a couple times in my memory.
At least once, but
yeah.
Well, we know. I was gonna say, Lars, based on just your season this season with all these Kubb Staches, I know Jesse and Kevin haven't really been in Wisconsin since 2017, so it's been a while there, but they are founding Kubb Staches nonetheless, and I gotta think with your experience so far this season, you must be almost foaming at the mouth with all these Kubb Staches. I mean, I like to think of you right now this season as the Kubb Stache killer. You have absolutely decimated us, man. It's been 4 times, and I can go through them right now. It's ridiculous, and every single time it's the last match of the tournament.
Yep.
Most of them aren't where we want to be.
Correct.
But 3rd place. U.S. Open. I had Bob playing with Joe Harbert. You took them out 2-0. And then Michigan, you were playing with Alicia.
Yeah.
And silver bracket final, took Bob all 3 Kubb Staches in that one 2-0. And then we go all the way then to Wisconsin State Kubb Championship. Bob and Brian playing in that gold bracket, 3rd place. They got a win on you there, but still 2-1. Yeah. And then you got Brian and Cody, Grass Games final, 2-0. I mean, you are a Kubb Stache. You're decimating.
We've been shaving the stash this year.
Definitely, man. You're ripping us.
Lars, I get the sense that Sven is a little upset about this. He can name it top to bottom
too. He's willing to hold a grudge.
Yeah, he is.
Fantastic. I love it. I mean, I like my cousin Bob, but he needs to be humbled here and there. Yeah, knock down a peg. So it's fantastic. But like the thing that's crazy is those are the only. I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised. The only one that we didn't see you at that you were at the same one was at Nationals, and I know they didn't look at the bracket at all in the silver bracket. So they were not happy to be in silver, and they didn't look at the bracket at all. And I'm there scouting, and I didn't look at the bracket either. But we were all like, it's got to be Ragnarok in this final, right? And it was popular culture. So you guys made Sunday, so you had a much better run than they did. But that was the only one, man. It was like
it's real.
Crazy.
It's been good playing him this year, though. I haven't really played him a lot before, so it's definitely good to get out there.
It's a great way to end a tournament. I know they enjoy playing you guys. We get along well. We always have good matches. Always have a lot of fun. So, sucks to lose them all, but it's definitely a good way to end the day. It's just nice to get some splits. I don't feel like it's crazy too, because I feel like we're fairly equally matched.
Yes.
Man, Staches are on a roll here.
They're cooking.
Mm-hmm. Kyle and Jake they have it together. When they're playing this well, they're tough to beat. And they've been statistically, and they passed the eye test too. It's just at this event you can just tell they're the best team here.
And I would say most consistent too. They're both very, very good, consistent players that you know what you're going to get out of them.
No doubt about it. Now, Defectors at this point, they're starting to get it together. I think they started a little rough just because they don't, especially on the drill with Jesse. I think that was his biggest concern. Just he just doesn't play, doesn't practice like he used to. But they're a team that the one thing that's been crazy about them is considering they basically stepped away from competitive Kubb around 2018. They haven't really, their skills haven't really declined as much as some other Kubb Staches would like them to. Come to these tournaments and they make good runs, and you get in these events, and for Bob and for Jake, they have a lot of history with these two. They used to work together. They play every day at lunch. And the history really is Jake and Bob would travel a lot for tournaments. Jesse and Kevin wouldn't as much, so we would play 2v2 against each other weeks to prepare for events week of. And Jesse and Kevin would just relish the opportunity to beat the living crap out of those two because they had nothing to lose. And it was a great triple. Oh, nasty blasty.
Ooh, nasty.
Yeah, well, I think that was a 5. A 5 with 2 usually doesn't get you a nasty blasty, but there was a double on the first one, and then the second one was a triple that looked like there was no chance of having a triple there, and I think that's what got him.
Corner-facing triple. Yep.
Yeah, nasty blasty.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with the committee on that. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, 5 with 2 is a that's the number I'm looking for. 2 or better. And then
I think. Yeah, 5 with 2 for a nasty blasty is a little, but I think it was just a really cute triple that ended up there. So,
I mean, it wasn't a basket of peaches. Then he would need a 5 with 1.
Yeah.
Speaking of baskets of peaches, that one you threw to end out the Wisconsin State Kubb Championship, Lars, was ridiculous. The only thing that was crazy about that one, I think you had 8 or 9 in that group. Oh, nice loaf.
Ooh.
That is a Zen loaf right there, isn't it?
Scarf too.
Yeah.
He threw 9. I think it was 9. And then you hit a single on your first baton on a basket of peaches, which was nuts. And then he gets 8 with 1 on the next one. It was all right, this is over. Your baseline clear already. So Lars is he knows how to farm some peaches as well.
Oh yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
So Lars, what's going on with Stoughton Kubb these days?
Yeah,
got any tournaments or leagues coming up?
Yeah, we typically have our tournament usually 2 weeks after nationals. So this year we had about 25 teams, so it was a pretty decent turnout for us. Yeah. And then we also play in the Madison Kubb League, so there's 20 teams in that one. We got 7 of them to come down to the Stoughton tournament, so it was really good to get that turnout from them.
That's nice. Fantastic.
So, did you win your own tournament?
We did not.
Oh.
We ran into a tough against Dave Heidi and Matt Green, so it was a tough 3-game match we played against them and lost.
Wow. Who were you playing with there? Was it you and Lars or?
Me and Jens for this one.
Yeah. You are Lars. You and Jens, yes. Your brother.
You're not the first one to confuse us.
I'm not confused. I just completely, there was a slip on that one.
It's the first time I've heard a slip on this show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it never happened. Ever. Nothing.
Yeah, we saw Matt Green. We saw Matt Green in the finals of East Coast on our last, I don't even know what you call it, tournament we covered. with Ethan Forney. Well, I thought about calling it a season, but then I just thought, well, that's dumb. That gets too confusing, So
yeah, I don't know what you
kind
call
of a season. This is part 4.
It's a series of episodes that all go together, so it kind of is a season. But then we would do, in this case, 5 seasons a year.
Yeah,
which is weird. I don't know.
Because
they all go together too with the Atlantic Kubb Tour.
Yeah.
But we definitely.
I think we've just put more thought into this than we have put thought into 2 years worth of episodes now. So yeah.
It's gonna be hilarious when all these guys playing in this episode watch it and they were like, "You guys didn't even talk about Kubb 1."
We do have Andy Dufresne has made his first appearance.
Yeah, I saw Kyle Turkowski there. He's got a nice group otherwise, though, so it doesn't look like it's gonna kill him. I can't believe they're actually putting the baton length on the post. You don't see that often.
It looks like it's on the sideline, though.
Yeah.
It looks like it might be ripe for a rescued Kubb, and I know Cousin Dave made the suggestion that we get an ambulance come in and rescue a Kubb. That would be incredible if we actually got that.
The thing that drove me a little nuts about that was I had been making suggestions let's just call that a season, that whole season. And graphics was just shooting me down. And then Cousin Dave comes on and just, throws out this whole ambulance idea. And I'm just like, and graphics seem to be into it. I'm like, really?
The thing is, Dave's an idea man.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's got good ideas. So
does he know how many hours that would take in Microsoft Paint?
Yeah,
lots.
It would be extensive work.
Extensive, yes.
Are they still a platinum level sponsor of you guys?
Oh yeah, they're actually our only sponsor. So yeah, the Swedish Fish people never called me back. So yeah,
dude, that sucks too. I can't believe Heinz never called you back after you trashed their mustard and their relish.
Seriously, though. Yeah, and you live in Wisconsin. You probably get some. Sorry. Both doing it now. Yeah. Lars, you live in Wisconsin. You probably got some good sausage sandwiches there. Do you put that Heinz yellow mustard stuff on your sandwiches, or do you get a real mustard?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a traditional. Just give me that yellow mustard. I'm not much for brown mustard. But
yes,
the National Mustard Museum is right next to Madison.
No way.
Is it?
Yep, it is.
There's a mustard museum.
It is.
Oh, hey, Kevin.
So there's a whole museum about mustard. Boy, that's something.
It's opened quite a few years ago. And I don't know how much traffic they get, but yeah, you can look at all the mustard, and then they have some select ones you can purchase.
You ever go down there?
I've walked by it. I have not experienced the whole mustard museum.
How do you just walk by the mustard museum? You don't go in.
You gotta spend a day there. A solid day.
And I'll record it, and maybe we'll have that as a side episode.
Oh, that would be awesome. That's a great idea.
Oh man. So don't look now, but we got a ball game on our hands, fellas.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Well, that was almost a double.
There's gonna be an advantage.
This is a pressure clear.
Actually, it's not going to be a clear because they still have the Andy Dufresne over there.
Yeah, but just to push them back to. Oh
no, boy. Jake, not happy.
He almost slammed the hat.
Many of those.
Yeah, he almost threw the wide-brimmed hat down.
So that turns the tables hardcore here.
Yeah, it does.
They had a commanding lead. Defectors pushed them back a little bit, threw the penalty, and then the wheels fell off.
And by the way, I think it was the last turn where Jesse got the meatloaf. So they went meatloaf, advantage line.
Yeah, the meatloaf pushed them to throw, get the extra cubes in play, got the penalty. He's letting them goofy it in. We also have fresh pitches for this round, for these 2 rounds here. So things aren't burnt out like they had been in the qualification. So one other question, Lars. Are you a punishment cube guy or are you a penalty cube guy?
We say penalty.
Do you?
Yeah.
I thought punishment was a Midwest thing.
It seems
you
to
hear
me
it often out of the Midwest crowd.
The only person that I've heard that we've asked have said, you call it penalty is Jesse.
I know.
It seems to me this is a Jesse Frame thing.
Yeah, maybe.
I may have been influenced by him because he does ref for the U.S. Open sometimes too, and he's probably drilled that right into me. Penalty coup.
Well, Jesse says punishment.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
I wonder what the different rules say.
I think he gets it from the actual rules. I think it might be a European thing that they transferred it into the actual rules, and because he knows the rules so well.
Mm-hmm.
He did take a screenshot of it to cite it, and it does. Yes. He sent it to me, and it does say punishment coup. It just seems very dark. So
very dark, ominous. That's why we have Andy up there.
Yep.
Obtuse.
Looks like Kevin's.
Hey, do you want me to start throwing some more holes in that, or
no,
are we done?
No. No.
Yeah, I figured
3 here.
Yeah.
They can get this.
Kevin's going to give it the old ramming speed. They could be out of this match.
A single.
No.
How?
I don't know how that happens.
Now they got to get this forward too, which might be there.
Doable.
I expect more than one here. There's 2. He's got this.
Two
Then
is
he
more
just
than one.
then you just have to not miss. Put it all. Oh
Oh,
no!
no.
Can he squirrel this off?
Yeah, that's now your ass. I mean,
looking at it.
Yep.
We need Joe Harbert in here.
Yeah, we do. Squirrel King.
Does he have the Drew Gander advantage line step there?
I don't know. Could be. Nobody called him on it, so it's all good.
Yep. The Drew Gander.
Gandering over the line.
That's when you know that Lars has actually watched all these videos.
Oh yeah.
Because he's referencing videos from episode 1.
That wasn't even episode. That was like the pilot.
Yeah, that was the pilot.
Proof of concept.
Yes.
And that was a drill and blaster cam.
Yeah. It was either drill cam or blaster cam. I know I asked people what they thought it was, and Jesse told me, and then we get to the spring fling, and it was too much hassle, so we just didn't do it anymore.
The editing department's like, enough of this.
Yeah. Well, but you also had to ask. You had to ask the players to move it each round. Yeah, it's like, this isn't worth it.
Get that ambulance up. We got a rescue.
Oh no! Come on.
You know what this is. He rescued one at Nationals, and now he's just overconfident.
I want the ambulance. Come on,
in the
Jake.
silver final, he hit it on the first try too. It was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 3 times.
In the same
bounced
spot.
in front. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, time to move on. Kyle's like, I don't want to rethrow all these. So.
Build your wall.
At Nationals, we only had C7 in play, and I'm like, you get 2 shots at it, buddy. That's it. We're in the final. I'm like, no, I'm not rethrowing more than this. And he hit it on the first.
I know a bit about throwing 3 to try to rescue a Kubb, and
you do.
It's not working quite out.
You caused Dan Corey to pull another one in play.
Yeah, I did.
by practicing the rescue after that match.
Yes.
Oh, that was a good Kubb mystery.
It was.
Absolutely fantastic. Well,
all right,
so
what
their
do we got?
baseline clear. Defectors are, which this is the first time we've seen Squirrel Staches kind of somebody has their foot on their throat too.
Yeah, this is a big opportunity, and
look, Jake's doing the surrender cobra back there.
Yeah,
never a good look.
That's a good drill though.
That's a very good drill.
Yeah, that's 8. And they got the penalty over there.
Of course, the last one wasn't a bad drill either.
Yeah.
This is correct. Yeah.
I think they only threw away 1, but they just got way too many singles on a good drill.
Yeah, they had a little bit of misfortune there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got a whole mess to untangle here. It looks like.
Yeah, one more person kneeling down, that might be a basket of peaches.
Could have been.
Graphics is like, just 2. That's what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Or if they had to call somebody over.
Well, they're putting in some work on this, and then you got Jake over there pointing at them too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure going on here.
Well, there's a lot potentially. Jake might be getting like PTSD from years ago, but like, would you guys just set the damn thing up? Like, let's go. It's not like these guys haven't met. I mean, hell, they all used to work together except Kyle, except the squirrel.
Well, it looks like
we've got too many squirrel setups.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think they're all up, fellas.
Just one.
Walk away.
And it's like, really, like this decision probably isn't going to change anything.
Yeah.
But we're talking about it. And it can be a strategy just to annoy the living shit out of them. Take a little extra time. I mean, this isn't timed, so they can be here all day. Oh, by the way, Drew, there's 2 trash cans back there. Just keep an eye.
I noticed it earlier. I was thinking about that. Yeah.
Keep an eye on that for later.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, you said they could just delay this forever. Jake did just get in from Antarctica this morning, so I think he's probably a little tired.
Or Spain. Yeah, at this point, it's like getting close to like 8 or 9 o'clock at night his time. Like he literally flew in last night, Lars. So it is. he showed up this morning to help set up, and he's like, "Well, it's noon my time. I'm good right now." It's like 6 a.m. So I was like, "We'll see how you do in that final there, buddy."
Boy, we're still talking this one over.
Looks like they're going wide angle on this.
Well, they got to assume this is their last turn.
I think it's there, to tell you the truth. I mean, I think 8 with 3 is definite possibility.
I'm saying it's gonna take 4, and they got to hit them all.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going there with that one either. I thought he was going more the one that Kevin set up last, but that's fine. So I still think it's going to be at least 4.
It's a possibility.
Oh. Now we might just bought another baton. That thing wiggled too. He missed his target on the first one, blew it over the top.
I can see this triple for Kyle.
Got a weird double.
Yep.
All right, let's see how Kyle doesn't run in on this side of the field.
Yeah, it's very odd. He's changing it up. Oh, and
no. One
now,
more baton.
Wow.
Oh, wait, Jake still has one.
He's one more, but he's not getting this double.
Oh,
that's it.
I'm calling it right now. This is over. He's not hitting this double.
Didn't happen.
At least got one more coup in play, but
yeah, but now you got 7 to throw with a great advantage line. I am at baseline clear. I'm going over.
I could not agree more.
Wow, what a surprising turn that was. Squirrel Staches had a 2 or 3 coup lead, and now all of a sudden they're looking at being down 0-1.
I know they came out hot, and they made quite a big statement their first 2 or 3 turns, and then just got to push back a little. Whoa, little squirrely on that one.
A little bouncer. Yeah.
Got a little pushback, and they saw the loaf, and the wheels fell off.
Yeah. And Defectors would start game 2 as well. So they could get 1-2, 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be big time. Pressure. This might be upset of the season.
It might be. It would be a massive upset.
Yeah.
You know, because, I mean, Jesse hasn't played a competitive tournament since 2019. Kevin played with Cousin Dave a couple times, including the East Coast Championship in June in Maryland. But still, that would be a massive upset. But that's why we play 3.
Yep.
Well, best of 3.
Well, yeah, I mean, you still got Squirrel Staches can win 2 in a row.
No, you think?
Yeah, they can win all of them. So yeah.
Their mindset has to be, you lose this first one, which we're all assuming they're going to, and then their mindset has to be, well, let's just 2-0 them now like we planned to begin with. I mean, they're not planning on going to 3, but when you drop the first one, you're like, all right, well, we got to get them 2-0. Let's get to game 3, put some pressure on them. But you're right, Lars. They're gonna be hoping that Defectors don't come out hot in game 2.
Mm-hmm.
So this game has turned, after some fireworks early, has turned very strategic here. Both teams kind of really looking these things over.
They don't say that you squirrel up a tournament for nothing.
I don't know that this really matters that much, because you got to clear 7 with 5 from 1.5 feet away. Seems like you ought to be able to do that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, one solo on the left, maybe another solo in that middle there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it looks like 4 batons at most.
Yeah, you really just need 2 doubles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like there's easy 2 doubles there. There might even be a triple in there somehow, somewhere, with some luck. But we'll see. Give it the old ramming speed.
Yeah. Yeah,
I like to take my time on these. You got to plan those batons out. Like, we need to start here.
Yeah. That's definitely a good approach. I mean, because this stuff, as much as I think people take it for granted that it's going to be easy, and it's actually not easy. I know going into events, I definitely spend a little time with a little advantage line work, so I'm not showing up on the day of and be like, what am I doing again? 'Cause these are shots like you don't practice that often, but it's definitely different.
So Lars, when you think about your game, maybe not advantage lines, but drilling, blasting, 8 meters, where do you feel like your strong suit is, and what do you feel like you need to work on a little bit?
I would say, yeah, definitely drilling is probably the strongest suit. And then, yeah, we made the switch a couple of years ago. I used to be, solely 8 meter, but made the switch, yeah, probably 2, 3 years ago, and yeah, we've kind of just gone with my blasting. So 8 meters is definitely something that I probably could spend a little bit more time on.
Yeah, so you made the switch from 8 meters to drilling and blasting. You like
Yep.
to, we've Sven and I have talked about this a few times. Oh, that's a triple, I think.
As you
Um,
know.
yeah, as you know. Um, do you like to, does it make any difference to you if you're blasting, if you also drill? Seems like, if you're blasting, you kind of want to, if it's a lousy drill, you kind of want to have to blame yourself.
Yeah, I mean we're very we kind of know each other's game really well. So like if there's some weird double that could be there, Jens is usually really good at those random baton twists and stuff. So yeah,
Mhm.
I'm kind of fine. We're very unselfish players. We're willing to do anything for the squad. So yeah,
Got
we
it.
kind of switch off. If I'm not blasting well, we'll completely switch and kind of go that way too.
Nice. Yeah. Always good to
Took
have interchangeable pieces.
took
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Got 2 king
Kevin,
shots here.
Kevin's warming it up and ends it even with the stubby king. So how about that? Defectors take game one. That kind of shocks me a little bit.
Yeah, all our picks are in jeopardy here.
Yes, all of our picks are in jeopardy. Defectors 1.1 and 43, and a huge 1.4
So
on the
close.
advantage line. Yeah, what versus 1.1 and 40, 56 versus 54. That's pert near the same. That's what they say.
The big swing is the penalty and the advantage lines.
Correct. Yeah, the advantage line was huge. Squirrel Staches gave up 2 advantage lines on the last 2 turns. So, defectors with a C now need
Yeah.
just one.
Mm-hmm. Glad graphics could finally learn how to spell.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't hold my breath.
No. Whoa, big
All
open.
right.
The
Yeah.
door is wide open now. You gotta love
Door
this
is
if you're
wide
Squirrel Staches.
open.
Yep. This is where you're saying, all right, let's just finish this right here, get 4 down, and move
2
on to
turns
game 3.
done. Yep. That's what he's thinking.
Oh,
Get the
they
lifesaver out.
Oh, you had it.
We should be like Darth. Come on, I gotta get one. Oh
he
man.
doesn't get one.
And Kyle's like, oh, you're killing me, Jake. Killing me. Get the.
Oh,
Kyle's like,
Kyle.
I'll pick this up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll hot dog it all day long.
Yep.
Lars,
All
you
right.
ever see anybody throw 8 meters like that? I mean, everybody has their little things
Yeah.
and whatever, but I've
With
never
that
seen
step
I've never
back,
seen that. Yeah.
I've maybe seen one other person do that where you kind of move forward and then put that step plant back. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's to me it's just a lot. It's a lot of moving parts that have to go with it.
Yeah.
Well, he
But
used to do full step on his eights, Kyle did. And, to me, that's a lot of moving parts, too.
Yeah. Oh,
And so, and some people are really successful with it. Like, Dave Kesey's one that comes to mind. But a lot of I know Paul Weekland, Kyle's brother, also took the step out of his game, I think, for the same reasons, just less moving parts, less to deal with.
But the thing is, I mean, with Kyle, it works so well. I mean, I wouldn't change it at all. I wouldn't do anything.
On his blast, yeah. And what he's doing, I mean, yeah, he doesn't do the full step. He definitely, but yeah, what he's doing is working. So yeah, definitely don't change it now. But yeah, it's good to get because how long have you been in the competitive scene, Lars?
Our first tournament, I was looking back, 2014.
All right.
So we're getting on 8 years.
Yeah. So you're a year longer than most of the East Coast scene started in early 2015.
Oh boy.
And And it's different. I mean, like it's good to have the perspective because I mean, just the level of play out in Wisconsin in particular is just really high. And so, just to have the perspective of, you would see a lot more different styles. Most of the East Coast people kind of develop their own styles kind of in a little bit in isolation because we don't get to go out there that much, kind of playing each other or whatever. So it's good. It's interesting to see what your perspective is on because some of these throws just, I mean, I've never been able to figure out Kyle's drill. It's so flat. Somehow it works for him. But if I was gonna have somebody like who to replicate it, like I don't know if I'd pick Kyle just because I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I mean I've watched. He's got a really good YouTube video on him drilling. I took some tips out of there and definitely used them. But yeah, it's a very very flat, very low drill, and it's not even a perfect like spiral all the time too. It kind of wobbles, but it just hit the same every single time.
Yeah, it always seems to always come out pretty good. I mean, everyone makes mistakes, and so no big deal there. But like, the consistency that he has is really good, and he can cut it both ways. He's got all the shots. He got the early cut. He can throw it over the top, bounce it back. He's got the goofy. He's got the regular. He can do whatever. But I cannot. I watch him play, and it's just like, all right. No idea how that works. Just going to assume he's going to throw tight piles against me the whole time.
Yep.
So.
Drew, what's your favorite cut?
My favorite what?
Your favorite cut when you're drilling.
Oh, yeah. I was on this goofy cut thing for, I don't know, close to a year probably. And
on the goofy train.
Yeah, I was on the goofy train. By the way, Squirrel Staches need to knock down some 8s right here because they're down. Well, they were down by 2, but now they're down by 1. So I was on this kick with the goofy cut, and I was just throwing everything goofy, and it worked for a couple tournaments, and then it kind of started fading a little bit. And so lately, I've been working on. I've actually been trying to work it both ways now. I figure I need 3 throws: a goofy, a regular, and a straight, and that is what I've been working on. The other, like maybe a little tumbler shot or something like that. I can do that, but
that one's useful too. Like the thing, if you only have the one shot or one is your go-to that you're not really comfortable with the other ones, especially under pressure, the issue is you can easily just block yourself out and not even, it's just it can be unlucky. It's just like Kubbs can just lay and block yourself out, and then it's like, well, now what do I do? So
I also find
to have a repertoire.
Sometimes right on the center line, they get, maybe you have like 1 and then like 2 or 3 right behind it, and like 2 or 3 right behind that, and so it would be helpful to be able to tumble 1 in right on the front there, and that's what I usually try. That only try it on the first throw. Do not try it on the second because it's not most consistent. But
I find with that throw, sometimes depending on the conditions, if it's really soft or like sometimes it just doesn't work at all. I know if that throw is working, that is going to be a good day for me. Because if I have that one, because that's like, when in doubt, like, all right, I can just tumble it in. But also, I do it on the second one occasionally. I give everyone on my team a heart attack when I do it because it looks like it's dead short, and they're just like, "Oh God, why'd you do that?" And I'm like, just give it a second here. It might work out. Tumble through.
It's a nice double by Kevin there.
Very nice. This could be a triple. Yeah. They are in a position of power right now.
Yeah,
they
are.
Totally finish this off. Single. So they tend to isolate Jesse at 8s. That's kind of their strategy. Kevin can hit 8s. There's no doubt about it. But he's more of a pure blaster. Nice double. Good clear. Put him in the red zone. Yep. The Heinz red zone.
So this one could be over. This would be huge upset.
This would be the biggest upset I think we've ever seen on these.
I agree.
On our coverage. Ooh,
we don't have to worry about that this turn.
He looked like he released that so early.
That's a realization you could pull off a big upset kind of feeling.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm like,
oh
man,
boy,
we might
here we
actually
go.
have a chance here.
Yeah. Well,
Now I
we
feel
need-
like he needs to hit one just
I
to
was gonna
save the
say,
turn
now
and
he-
get one more in play.
Now he needs the turn saver.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he's going for the other Kubb.
Yeah, good call.
Oh, it was a good throw. Just off by about 1.5 inches.
Jesse's just there. Kevin's just like, lead a horse to water. Can't make him drink.
I mean, it's a common thing though when you're blasting, you get like a couple, like a triple and a double. You're like, all right, it's your turn, and then the eights are a lot harder than those short ones.
Yeah.
Definitely, no doubt about it. That's why I like to, if you can, kind of split the eights up a little bit, just to to not put it all on one guy.
Mm-hmm.
So like, because anymore, a lot of it seems like most of the people I play with, like the 8 percentages are getting higher and higher and higher, and people are getting more and more consistent. So it's like, and more consistent all around games. So it's like, all right, you might not be a blaster, but you can pick up, a single or an easier double. So it's like you can drill well, if I get it all in one, great, but leave them like something simple, and then, have an 8 or 2 each player is ideal. Just because then all the pressure isn't on one person to knock them all down.
So Lars, we've noticed over the last, I don't know, year or so, 1.5 years maybe, that we think more and more of the top teams on the East Coast are splitting batons. Are you seeing that same thing in Wisconsin, or it's always been that way, or it's not that way? What do people do there?
Are you talking about like shorts and eights?
Yeah.
So
for
yeah,
splitting?
so you would say, a few years ago it seemed like the blaster on the
Wow.
team was the blaster, and they would take all
Yep.
3 at 4, and then you would have an 8-meter person, and they would take all the 8 meters. Now we see a lot more. Maybe your blaster takes 2, and then
Mhm.
your
Nice
8-meter
shot.
guy comes in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Red
Yeah, do you
zone,
see
there
that? Kind of splitting them up so it's not so defined as to what each person's role is?
Yeah, I would say a little bit more. And it seems like, every once in a while there's a tournament
Oh
that you can't
boy.
throw 3. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's locked in.
Yeah, you guys do put that rule into play that forces teams
Yeah.
to do that on occasion.
Oh boy.
It's got
Here
the
goes
loaf
Kyle.
locked up.
Trying for a turkey.
Oh, this would be a turkey to end it because Jake still has one. Jake cleared in 2.
Oh, we got loaf.
Got the loaf. Oh,
Oh,
look at
wow.
that one.
That's fireworks, right
fireworks?
there. Yeah, I think
Must
so.
be a 4th of July celebration. They pulled in the loaf.
Who else would you want to have besides
So
Meatloaf?
like the defectors are kind of, you think of them as kind of they're
Oh boy.
hermetically sealed in 2017. So they're basically played that same game, which is fine, and it works for them. Obviously, they're here in the semifinals. They're up 1-0 in the semifinals, so they really obviously, and you got to do it off of your team and what you think. You got to obviously, you want to put your fellow players in positions to be successful, but I find more and more, it's just like I feel like my 8s have gotten so much better that I want to take them here and there. And also, like, I don't want my 8. It's like, if I used to always isolate people at 8 meters. That was always my thing. But the problem with that is, what if I don't? And what if I do for a long time, and then I have a bad turn? Now, this guy might not have taken a 4 for like an hour.
Yeah.
And now they have to hit 1 or 2 to clear. Like, that seems like a rough assignment.
Plus
too,
pressure
so.
on top of it too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, so it kind of spreads the 8s around a little bit, spreads the 4s around a little bit, keeps everyone warm at both. You can have a guy just get hot, and you can also feel it out too. Like it's like, all right, my guy's hitting 8s right now. We got 7 in play. I'm just gonna clear 7 with 3 and let him finish it. So I mean, you can change strategies midpoint if you have to, but I think. We did get a neighbor.
Oh,
Nice.
Brett.
How you doing,
Yeah, so
Brett?
we started my normal team, the Pillsbury Throw Boys. We started doing that. We started playing around with it at the Spring Fling this year, and we did it a lot at East Coast. And I think the feedback from the two of us was we both really liked it a lot. So I think we will continue, and therefore our meatloaf opportunities are dwindling. So
And what I don't like about yeah, exactly, it does take away the loose, which does stink.
yeah,
What I don't like about you know the Midwest when they enforce that rule when you can't throw more than 2 at a time. The only thing I don't like about it is, well, there's a couple things, but I don't like any rules that take away potential strategy. Like, the thing that sets this game apart for me from, anything else in the lawn game world is just the amount of strategy that goes into it. And you really do need to know what your teammates' strengths and weaknesses are. And I think that that role can also hurt the less experienced teams. Yes, it's going to help develop them, but at the event, they should be developing themselves. They shouldn't be developing at an event. At an event, you just want to go play your best.
nice.
Yeah.
That was a good shot.
Yeah, that was I
So,
think 4 or something.
what are your thoughts on that, Lars?
Oh yeah, we tried it one year at our tournament, and yeah, it was just too complicated for the newer teams, and I think you really need to tailor tournaments towards growing Kubb too.
Mm-hmm.
And the experienced players, they'll play whatever rules set you do, but yeah, it's more towards the growing the game and keeping it simple.
No, I agree. Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen that on the East Coast. I don't think anyone's ever done it.
No, I've never seen that at all. By the way, last turn we were talking about how Defectors had a chance to end this.
Yeah.
Now
Squirrel Staches came
clear. Yeah, Squirrel Staches came back and went 3 for 4, and now they're looking to end it. And 8 in play. This has got a good chance of ending right here.
It's over.
So big momentum change. Yeah.
Man, Lars just fits right in.
Right, that's what it's all about. I mean, Sven, to be honest, it's not hard to fit in. You just sit here and talk about Kubb. I mean, this isn't rocket surgery we're doing.
Yeah, but he's got the lingo down.
I mean, I usually commentate with you guys when I'm watching the videos, so
perfect.
This is just kind of normal for me.
So what you're saying is that you can just record it, and then when we release the DVDs, that'll be the director's cut or whatever.
The director's cut, yes.
Yeah.
I watched an interesting documentary last night about you guys remember And One and the mixtape tour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it could be Kubb One mixtape tour, East Coast version.
Boy, I love to rip off other people's ideas. So
yes, he does.
That is.
I don't know how you haven't got a cease and desist letter from something. I mean, you're pushing. Mainly, it's just because nobody follows Kubb yet.
I was gonna say you have to have more than 50 people watching your video for anybody to know. So.
Yeah, once you
my
get
money's on
100 subscribers, then they might be coming after you.
Maybe.
Oh yeah.
My money's on the Masters coming after you first. That's my money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what? The Masters is my favorite.
Badge of honor.
No, if I got a letter from the Masters, do you understand?
Frameworthy.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely frameworthy. Don't tell them. Don't tell them this because they'll probably come after me for this too. But when 3-4 years ago, when I went to see the Masters, when I was on Amen Corner there, I might have picked up 2 pieces of pine straw and put them in my pocket. Nice. And I've got them upstairs. So, not upstairs here in the commentary booth, but upstairs.
You needed to validate that because wasn't that the Masters? You were there on Sunday that Tiger won in 2019, correct?
Correct.
Wow.
Correct. I was on television on
like
the 10th hole. Yep.
If there was one Masters to go to, that one would be pretty high up on my list.
It was pretty incredible.
Speaking of golf, Lars, do you work in golf?
No, Jens does.
Jens does. Okay.
Yep.
So is Jens the sod father? Is that what he does?
He is the sod father. Yeah.
Okay.
So
yes.
Every tournament, he Google Maps the park, really zooms in to see what kind of sod they have down there, and that would start practice schedule off of that.
Well, we got to get you to the East Coast. One,
I know.
You got to make it rain some juicy loaves. That's number one. I mean,
that's number one priority.
And you can check out some of this. This park has pretty nice grass. It's not managed, but it does okay. I like to think of it as like basically this is Bob's personal practice facility. Nobody else uses this field except it's really just the Kubb field. It used to be a soccer field, but they started charging like obscene amounts of money to even practice here. It was absurd. So nobody used it. It took the goals away. They mow it on Thursday for him. It's nice.
And May 6th is the East Coast Championship, 2023.
Yeah, May 6th in Northern Virginia. We're still trying to nail down the exact location, but it'll be like, think about like Manassas, Chantilly area, somewhere out there.
That one's on the calendar, so hopefully that'll be my first
boy.
East Coast, farther than Michigan. So.
Wow, nice. Well, that'll be great. That's a good one to go to. I think, the Maryland Championship is probably still going to be, and maybe for years, the biggest one on the East Coast. That's the biggest hot spot we have for growth right now. So the East Coast numbers are going to fluctuate. We definitely are gaining more of a following, and we've done a lot of work in that Northern Virginia area in the past. Sold a bunch of coop sets down there, and they have the population density. Of the DC suburbs. So, I'm hopeful, but we expect. King shot. Nice.
Yep. The Swan finishes it off.
Heck
and
yeah.
It's now even, and my prediction all of a sudden feels a whole lot better because I feel like Big Mo is behind the Squirrel Staches right now. 1.3 and 45. They upped their 8 percentage quite a bit. Defectors, I think they're about where they were in the first game. So yeah, that's it.
Gained 13 points on Coop score there too in that game.
Yeah. So this is one game for all of it, and if you're asking me to pick a winner on one game, I am taking the Squirrel Staches.
Well, we also that Coop score, like it is relevant, and they've had the most consistently high Coop scores all tournament that we've seen. The Squirrel Stashes have. Nice.
And they're not stopping.
No.
I am going to say this one's over.
One cube down, one baton throw to game 3.
They're not going to be stopped. I'm telling you. They're not going to be stopped.
No, I can't disagree with that.
I think they had that turn where they went 3 for 4, and all of a sudden the fire is lit, and yeah.
Defectors are wobbling. They're wobbled.
It feels
knees
like
are shaky.
Yeah, it feels like they had that turn where they were in the red zone. They didn't come through.
Mm-hmm.
Squirrel Staches go 3 for 4, and they took every ounce of momentum there is.
Yep.
So we'll see. I've been wrong 100 times before. But
look at Jesse lining up for the.
Yeah, he's ready.
He's just assuming he's not going to miss one of these 4s. He also, camera awareness needs a little work. That's the big thing when you come to the East Coast Championship, Lars. You just gotta mind the cameras, man. You gotta, camera awareness. We see that sometimes on some of the Midwest guys. They come out here and they forget about it. Start walking in front of cameras all over the place.
Like on the roll, just staring at the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Lars, last year we had Jesse on the broadcast, and I asked him if he felt bad about coming to the East Coast and stealing our trophies, and he told me no, not even in the least. Would you have any bit of, let's say you're playing, who knows, Old Line Kubb in the finals. Would you take it easy on them or no?
Man, it's one where you'd like to see the local teams do well, but I traveled all that.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go home with something.
Yep.
Yeah, I hear you.
So,
if you're coming to DC, you could go home with like a speeding ticket or something like
2
that.
with 1.
That was a beauty. Yeah.
This could be over right now.
What did I just tell you?
I know. I want to get a quick question, and I want your honest opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think the East Coast Kubb Championship stands? Like, is it one that is starting to get any momentum as far as the Midwest people coming out and saying, maybe I do want to win that one? Or is it whatever? I don't know.
Yeah, you guys get a pretty decent pull from Midwest. A lot of similar people like Matt and Cody and Adam and all those guys. But yeah, it's
this is over. This is over.
Pause here. He's weighing batons. Yep, he wants.
He wants a turkey to finish. Turkey to finish. It's Thanksgiving Day. Very least he's got a loaf right now.
Absolutely. And he's giving it the Darth Vader.
We haven't seen a turkey in a while.
Oh,
the loaf. Oh, look at that.
That. That
Still
was
over.
Spectacular. Oh, I told you last turn it's over. Oh, wait a second. It's not over.
Nope. Baseline clear in 2 turns, though? Nope.
Oh.
All right, Lars, keep going.
It doesn't matter. The match is over. I'm telling you.
100%.
Getting there. We probably got a couple minutes left. But
anyway, as you were saying.
Yes, it's definitely a destination that a lot of teams, feels like they want to get out there, at least for one of the series of tournaments you guys have out there. But yeah, I'm looking forward. It's always been kind of a timing thing too. Sometimes we have some of those tournaments that kind of butt up with some of yours as well. So it's all planning out your Kubb calendar for the year. But I think this year we'll finally get out to.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean that one. We consider the East Coast kind of our premier event. I mean, of all the 4 clubs that kind of come together here for the Atlanta Kubb Tour, that one is we all kind of come together like, all right, this is our East Coast event. This is the one. The other ones we love too and appreciate them for what they are, but that's the one. As an East Coast player, if I had to pick one to win, that's the one I'd want. But they're all unique in their own special way. That one, because of the high quality Midwest teams we get, is also becoming the hardest one to win, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Midwest took the top 4 spots this year, so.
Yeah.
Well, Squirrel.
Unless you call Kyle.
I was just gonna say that's a little. I don't know.
A little skewed.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely did. Well, need that one. Needs these 2 too.
Yeah.
He doesn't get these 2. He needs a turkey here. He doesn't get it. Done.
I don't care. It's still over. It's over.
I love your confidence.
It's over.
I don't disagree. I can't disagree with you, Drew. I really can't. I think it's over too. I can't believe it wasn't 2 turned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they had him, especially when Jake came out with the loaf.
But they've missed. They've missed 2 from 8 in the last 3 turns or something like that.
Yeah, no, come on. It's pretty
impressive. These guys are on fire.
Yeah, now he just needs to not throw a penalty.
Yeah, he's got a nice wall set up there. He's got a real nice wall set up there.
Perfect wall. He can even be pretty darn conservative with this one. It's not going to matter.
I would throw this about 5 feet to the left.
Not behind the king.
Yeah, maybe not that close.
Don't want to pull a Varangians.
Yeah,
that was a rough finish.
That was tough.
Still, more kings than dust. Kubb hit down all day. Gotta love dust Kubb. They take a beating from us here and there, but they always laugh it off. It's good times.
Yep.
Though that is an impressive feat to go to time and tie every single round that takes work.
Well, they didn't tie every single round. They just went to time every single round. But yeah, that is spectacular.
No one put a king down on them.
That's what I'm saying.
Until the quarterfinals.
Listen. Is the glass half full or half empty? Did they not knock down a king all day, or did nobody knock down a king on them? That's what it's all about.
I think both are true.
Yep.
I guess that's the whole point. All right, this is 2 batons.
We almost got the triple.
Wow.
That was a heavy leaner on the 3rd.
Interesting that he's blasted. He must, because Jake went with the loaf. He must be like, all right, Jake's finishing this one. Yeah, which is awesome about this team is they can do that. Oh, whoa! He wobbled that twice.
Yeah, that was a heavy leaner both times.
This isn't Hopkins Farm Brewery.
No. No, but this is still over. It's over right here.
Oh yeah. Lightsaber engage.
Yep.
Zone.
This one is down.
What color is his lightsaber, Drew?
Blue, green. I would go with green.
I'd say green.
Oh, filthy.
Off the top. Yep.
Filthy
the first one of the game too, right off the top.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what they did between their last 2 turns or whatever in the second game and this game.
Did I hear a roar with that king shot?
There's Joe Harbert in the background. Defectors 1.3 30%. They fall to 50 on the case. Squirrel Staches 1.348. That's just filthy Kubb right there. And the Squirrel Staches come back from the brink and are able to pull it out with the last 2 games, and they will be facing the winner of the Old Line Kubb Cousin Dave Experience match. You just saw the silver bracket. I was trying to think of the Cousin Dave Experience name while it was on there, and so I missed it. So, silver bracket. Yeah, silver bracket I'm taking here for the beer all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually think the Here for the Beer should have been in the championship bracket, so I'm taking them all day long.
They needed one more third of a point.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Heck, they almost got it against Cousin Dave Experience. They should actually beat them. I was scouting earlier.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, if you say so, that's cool with me.
Yep.
So Lars, so Lars, thanks for joining us. I hope it was fun. It always makes us feel good to make people's dreams come true. So, yeah,
that's what we do, Drew.
That's what we do. Yeah. So
fantastic.
if you see Lars out there on the pitch, say hi. Say hi for the Kubb Videos Inc. people. And Lars, do you have any parting words? Any bit of wisdom you want to drop on people?
I would just say any new people to the channel, like, share, subscribe. Do your part in getting us to 50 subscribers.
100. We need 100.
We need 100.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah, 100.
50 would be great too. Just to cross the 50 threshold, we'd be pretty pumped about.
50-yard line, as they call it.
Yeah. Just get over half. I mean, Lord, this has just been a grind.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We've only been on video
we'll
for like
there.
40 hours, but we're working on it.
Yeah.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Well, that was some brilliant wisdom from Lars. I would tell everybody to tune in next week. We got the other semifinal, and then we got the finals, and then we are on to the Blasters and the end of the Atlantic Kubb Tour for 2022.
Heck yeah.
So, Sven, any pearls of wisdom on your part?
No, I think Lars covered it all. Just one more thing for us to all say. Lars, you gonna give us a sweet bazooka at the end here? You got
bazooka.
Oh, that's beautiful. Bazooka!
Bazooka!
Do it, like Lars, again. We need more.
Bazooka!
Yeah, buddy.
Love it.